you had no money, bad credit, no experience, unemployed. How much money have you raised in the last 12 months?
Just shy of $500,000. There's this hotel I've been looking at. When we rang them, we secured it within 2 days.
Even if you don't get the planning, it's going to be worth about 1.2.
Yeah.
And how much are you buying it for?
$260.
That's incredible.
One thing about being poor and being rich, you're in a rut. You feel like you can't get out of that boredom.
Tell me about the pub.
I'm paying 130 grand for the pub.
Where is it?
Just down the road from the hotel. We're taking over this one town.
It's almost like, where the hell are you finding these deals? Narelle, thank you for coming on Winners on a Wednesday.
Happy to be here.
So when we met first, what were you doing? Financially, how were you doing? And what was your job?
I was driving lorries.
Okay.
Yeah, so I was a class 1 lorry driver. I went part-time to try and get into property. So I was working like 3 days a week, trying to get investors for a little buy-to-let or something. But with no experience, that's harder. Like much harder.
It is hard.
Yeah.
Especially when you're a lorry driver and you've not got a track record.
Yeah, exactly.
What were you making then? What was your salary?
Just over $1,000, 1-2.
A month?
Yeah.
So did you have a lot of money saved?
No. Nothing.
Any money saved?
No. I was paying 950 quid a month for childcare just to work.
Damn.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
How's that work then?
I was still making a bit of money.
Damn.
Yeah.
And now you're a property millionaire.
Yeah.
In 12 months.
Yeah.
Financially free.
Yeah.
High five.
Yeah.
How does it feel to have taken such a massive U-turn financially from a lorry driver making that kind of...
Insane.
Is it?
It's just insane. Because people knew me for being, poor.
Yeah.
Like I was poor, I had loads of animals and my little girl and do you know what I mean? Like everyone just knew.
Yeah.
So it's mental. And now I've got people ringing me from my past saying, Narelle, how are you doing what you're doing? Like, well, you have to teach me. And I'm like, I can't teach anyone. Don't come to me, go to the academy.
Wow. So what does it feel like? How does it feel? Do you have to pinch yourself?
Yeah, massively. The main aim for me, because the lorry job, I lost it just before I met you. So I was technically unemployed when I met you, actually. But I just lost it because my daughter started going to school. So I was starting really early and I was paying £1 million for her to go into the nursery or whatever. They started earlier. So when she started actual school, I couldn't do the lorries anymore. It just didn't work.
Yeah.
So then I had a red hot poker up my bum to earn some money.
Yeah.
My brother, I've got 2 brothers. Right, one of them now works with me. But the middle one, he kept mentioning you. Samuel this, Samuel that. I was like, who the hell Samuel? I looked you up and then you crash courses. So I was like, right, it's his birthday. I paid £2 and I took him as a surprise down to see you. By the end of the day, I was signing up to the academy and he never joined.
Wow. What does he think now of your journey? And
I'm not sure.
have you spoke to him recently?
Yeah. Last thing he said to my mother was, how much does she even earn?
What, like he's skeptical, you mean?
Yeah, I think he's still skeptical, yeah.
Why do you think that is?
Because he knew me before.
Yeah.
So I was poor. I was poor for ages.
Well, Jesus says that. Jesus says a prophet has no honor in his hometown.
Yeah.
Familiarity breeds contempt.
Yeah.
People are familiar with you. Whereas when you're on the academy, you've suddenly got all these people, you've got a fresh start. No one knows your past.
Exactly.
No one knows or no one cares.
Yeah.
You're just in property.
Yeah, so family and that, I never even bothered. I didn't never ask them for investment because I knew they wouldn't based on the fact that...
How much money have you raised in the last 12 months?
Just shy of $500,000.
Just shy of $500,000. And that's money in the bank.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
So you are an expert at raising finance.
I'm getting better at it.
But how though? I'm not being funny, but when you've got no track record in property, you're not like super professional and you're a lorry driver. Yeah. How are you able to raise so much tangible cash? What are you doing?
So the first guy that I ever got to invest in me was through a Facebook post. So I kept posting in this group, different deals. I need this much for that much. They give you a fixed percent return, blah, blah, blah. And he said that I've ignored so many of those posts. He said, but for some reason, I just got drawn to the last one you put. So we ended up getting, and loads of people used to contact me about the post, but nothing ever came of it, apart from him.
Yeah.
So the deal that he invested in fell through, and then I asked him if we could repurpose it into essays, because I'd met you at that point. And that's what we did. So I put it into the first couple of essays and went from there. And that guy now guarantors me on everything, because he needed to at the beginning. And we've bought a property together since.
Wow. And where is it?
That's all of them, South Wales. Everything I've bought is in South Wales.
Right. And today's your birthday. Congrats.
Thank
Happy
you.
birthday. You told me you just secured a big deal recently, which I don't even know about because it's brand new. Talk to me about that.
Okay. So, we went to Uganda.
Yes.
I met a lovely lady there that I bonded with really well. Hannah.
Yeah, Hannah Bowden.
Yeah.
Of course.
So we said we were going to do something together.
She's smart, by the way.
I know.
She's a smart cookie.
Yeah. She's
Very,
brilliant.
very successful property investor. She's a property millionaire herself.
Yeah.
And she's a developer. And
yeah. So she was telling me she'd just done the 9-bed HMO, everything like that. And I said, I bought a pub, haven't I, that I'm converting into a 15-bed HMO. So we bonded over that. We're doing a similar thing. She's just much further ahead than me.
Yeah.
So we were talking about investing together in this 10-bed HMO. Well, the deal got sold to somebody else. Somebody else got it.
Right.
They offered more than us, but they had a chain. So I thought we were still going to get it. It was annoying. But anyway, so then I said to her, look, there's this hotel I've been looking at. It's like, really want to buy it. I was like, next thing you know, it came up and we rang them and we secured it within 2 days. So we're buying a hotel.
Wow. What, where is it?
South Wales, yeah.
So talk to me about this hotel then. What is it?
I saw an auction house sign on it. So I rang the auction house and they said, look, no, it sold back in 2020. Somebody must have left the sign up. And I was like, oh, it's a shame. They haven't done anything with it.
Yeah.
I was like, what's happening? So I was going to track them down. And then next thing you know, it came up and my brother sent it to me. He keeps on top of that stuff now because I'm doing the BRRs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he sent me the link and I was like, oh, it's come. So what they've been doing is getting planning. That's what they've done. So they got the planning on it to turn it into 8 apartments and a commercial unit at the bottom.
Right.
So me and Hannah, we talked it through. The numbers work with that. It's going to be worth 1.2 just with that. But we're going to go back to planning. They wanted us to demolish a coach house, which is outside. Mm-hmm. That could be more flats. And there's a massive demand for 1-bed flats in the area. So we're going to contest by doing that. Like saying, look, we're providing more housing, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And also the commercial unit. It's unnecessary.
Even if you don't get the planning, it's going to be worth about 1.2.
Yeah.
And how much are you buying it for?
260.
260 grand. Jeez.
I know. But the refurb on that, just the flats alone, would be about 400, just over.
But still, if it's worth 1.2 at the end, that's incredible.
I know.
So I think one of the reasons you've been so successful, I think, number one, is I think you are courageous.
Definitely.
And you just, I mean, the fact that you even joined the academy, how did you afford to join the academy?
My initial investor.
You got an investment?
Yeah. So I pay him a fixed percentage return on the money.
How much interest?
I pay 12% on that.
That's a ballsy move.
I would have been more for me if I'd have done it as a loan because my credit weren't great when I started.
So you joined the academy, you had no money, bad credit, no experience, no job, unemployed. A lot of people would have said that me taking you on was almost a risk. Because if you'd have been unsuccessful, it would have been, oh, why did you take this lady's money? It's very difficult for me. Yeah. Because how do you decide who to have? Because, we go through a rigorous interview process.
Yeah. So Chris did mine. But realistically speaking, I've done... So do you know Peter Jones, Dragon's Den?
Yeah.
I went to his academy when I was like 19.
Okay.
I've always been business-minded. I felt I did really well in that year. It was like we did a hypothetical pitch for investment and they gave the money to me.
Nice.
It wasn't supposed to be an actual investment.
And you were 19?
Yeah. Right. So it went really, really well. But then for me, it was either business or animals. And I made the conscious choice to go with the animals.
Right.
You don't make much money. It's a lifestyle choice. But I've done different companies. Like I've sold products on Amazon. I've done loads of different companies that have paid for me to travel abroad to work with animals.
Right.
So,
well, I think that's the thing. Because I remember you at I think it was the Deal Selling Masterclass.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, you know what? This lady's Narelle. She's got passion. She's got good energy. And even though you didn't have super property or business experience, you got a decent business brain.
Yeah.
But it's incredible to where you've gone. I think some people, they're smart and they're poor.
Yeah.
And they're poor not because of the fact that they're not hardworking. It's not because they're not smart. They're in the wrong industry. And I think before, financially, you were in the wrong industry.
Yeah, definitely. Like, because you do one thing about being poor and being rich now. I know the difference. Like, you're in a rut. You feel like you can't get out of that boredom. Right. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I had nothing to lose. So I knew I could give it my all. Whereas like my brother, for instance, he might have struggled to do that because he had a family to pay for. Whereas I only had one kid to pay for.
You were like, my credit's already screwed.
Yeah. Where can it go from there? Only up. So I had nothing to lose.
And I got no money. Yeah. I got no job.
Yeah.
And that's dangerous in terms of being dangerous to the market. Like that's a powerfully dangerous position to be in because when you've got nothing to lose, and that's why so many kids are successful. Teenagers, 17, 18, they just fly. Yeah. And then you've got like some 50-year-old who's got, 2 cars, a corporate job, 4-week holiday a year, really scared.
Yeah, they are.
And scared money don't make money.
Yeah. My mum, for instance, she backs us. She's behind us and all of that stuff. But she's still, you can feel the hesitancy. Right. She's scared about what we're doing all the time.
Yeah.
But she still backs us. She still thinks it's great and everything. But that hesitancy is still there because they've been trained to just get a job, get your mortgage paid, die.
So you've bought a bunch of houses.
Yeah.
And a hotel.
Yeah, and a pub.
and a pub. It's almost like real life Monopoly.
Yeah, well, because I need the investors, right? So I need to be able to give them a big chunk back. I don't think 10, 12% does it anymore.
Right.
So I offer 25%, but to do that, I need to have big things with massive profits. They get theirs, even if I will still make money off all of them, but even if I didn't make any money off of them on the refinance, I'd still then own the asset and have the cash flow. So that's my thinking on it.
Are they getting a security on the loans? Are they getting like a charge?
No, they're getting personal guarantees from me.
So what would happen if the deal went really sour and you couldn't pay the investor back?
We'd have to sell one of the assets or something.
You'd have to sell it.
Yeah.
From the investor's perspective, it is risk. There is risk.
Yeah.
But there's also high reward.
Yeah. Big returns.
Because you're not giving them 5%. You're giving them a lot more. So it's high risk, high reward.
Yeah.
I guess as long as the investor understands that risk.
Yeah.
And then the investor's presumably able to come down, see the project.
Yeah.
They're involved in it.
No one's done that yet, but they can.
Have they not?
Yeah, no, no one.
They just don't
and
care.
they're all off the academy. No, I think the academy people trust the academy people as well. So there is that level of...
And also you're covered, you've got redress.
Yep.
So if there was a deal to go wrong,
Yeah.
you'd be covered and then they'd be able to report you.
Yeah.
And then
We've got insurance as well.
insurance, mediation, and things like that.
Yeah.
How are you getting these investors to actually sign on the dotted line?
I say what we're offering. Sometimes it's 25%, sometimes 25% plus 5% of the cash flow for 2 years.
Yeah.
Just to keep people on board. And people have been really receptive. People say they're struggling to get raised finance all the time. And just keep putting it out there. People will start understanding. And I keep getting advised to do stuff on Instagram a lot.
Yeah.
Since I've been doing that, I went to the academy party last week. People knew my name before I'd even said anything, and it was crazy to me.
Yeah.
Like it was insane. And I thought, well, that's just because I've upped my Instagram game a bit.
But also you're dealing with, I think it's important as well, when you're raising finance, it's important to be dealing with smart people.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be taking 50 grand off of your nan or your auntie
Yeah.
who doesn't know the risk, doesn't understand. But people like Hannah Bowden, she's a property developer.
Yeah, exactly.
So if she's seen this hotel, and what's the deal then? What's the business structure of that hotel that you're buying?
We've set up a company together.
Yeah.
We're still, because this only happened a couple of days ago, so we're still ironing out the details on that. But funnily enough, have you seen the Uganda stuff? The videos and things?
I've seen some of it.
The kids sang a song for us and it was Wello Come. We've called the company Wello Come Limited because it doesn't really matter what you call it, does it?
No.
There's no advertising to be
all.
done. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I said we need to do something Uganda related because that's where we met.
Right.
So we went with that.
How was Uganda?
Insane. It was so overwhelming, so humbling. Like we went to 7 schools. We saw all the different schools. Went to the hospital that you've already started building that ward in. It's so humbling. Like I don't even know how to say it. Like as soon as I got back, my kid was like, "I want more chocolate," and I was like, "No."
And you donated as well. You donated £5,000.
Yeah.
Which we really appreciate.
Yeah.
Going towards the building of the hospital.
Yeah, that's it. And Tony's been asking us like what we think the next project should be and stuff like that. It's been incredible to be part of it, to be part of the process, and to help them.
So you're buying this hotel with Hannah.
Yeah,
The pub
is all me.
is all you. Tell me about the pub.
So the pub, I'm paying peanuts for the pub. I'm paying 130 grand for the pub.
Yeah, it's
including
peanuts.
VAT.
And where is it?
South Wales, same
South
place,
Wales.
just down the road from the hotel.
Yeah.
We're taking over this one town.
What's the town called?
It's called My Stag.
To talk to me about the pub. You bought it for 130. What are the figures?
130. So I've done the commercial valuation with Simon Olsen. It's coming out at 686.
And how much are you having to spend on it?
150.
So you're buying it for 130, spending 150 on it. So all in, you're talking about 280.
Yeah.
And then the end value is going to be a commercial valuation. Is that based on the rent?
That's based on the annual rent of all the rooms.
Yeah.
Minus your expenses times 100. I think that's the calculation in there.
Yeah.
So that's why I keep running through it with Simon because I just need to check that this is correct.
Yeah. And this is stuff that's very difficult to find online. If you go on the internet and you search how to work out commercial valuations, stuff like that, there's very little information on it.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's important to have experts that you can speak to.
Yeah, exactly.
So you raised the money to put into the pub.
Yeah, so we didn't need that much. We got 100% development finance. So that's that covered.
Really?
Yeah.
From who?
From an amazing bridging broker. So he sorted us out with the property that I just bought with the land.
Yeah.
So because he's dealt with us already, he knows he can get me 100% development
So
finance.
you're getting 100% development finance from a lender?
A lender, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then the development finance is going to be about
150.
150 grand. They're going to give you the entire amount.
Yeah. But so we do need the funds to kick it off. So the first month, it's all on a scheduled plan.
Sure.
Isn't it? The first month we still need that money to just kick that off, but that's only 20, 30 grand.
Yeah.
And obviously we're buying the pub for 130. I think the deposit on that's about 32 grand.
Wow.
So we only needed about 60 grand total.
So you bought it with a mortgage?
No, with the bridge again.
Hang on a minute. You bought the pub for 130. Mm-hmm. You only needed to put down 30%.
25%.
So you only put 30 grand.
So yeah, 32 grand.
So you bought a pub for 30 grand.
Sounds great.
Where did you get the 30 grand from?
An investor.
So you put in...
Nothing.
So you borrowed 30 grand from an investor. Then you got the rest on a bridge.
Yep.
Now people will say, bridging's really risky.
Yeah.
Well, hang on a minute. Number one, a bridge will only loan money on a deal where they know the deal has got a lot of juice in it. It needs a lot of cushion, otherwise they won't lend.
Yeah.
So I'm quite comforted in knowing the fact that a bridging company has loaned you not only the purchase, but also 100% of the development, because they'll do a lot of due diligence before they loan.
Yeah.
They'll have been out, surveys. So they obviously think it's a banger.
Yeah.
Do you know who the lender is?
No, the last one I used was Castle Trust with the same bridging guy. So I'm wondering if he's probably done it with the same people.
But you got which broker are you using?
Finspace. They're in London.
Cool.
Do you know him?
No, I don't actually.
But he's a brilliant guy. So I've got a brilliant mortgage broker that I was using before.
Right.
And he does bridging. But this guy in Finspace, if there's a problem or something comes up, he'll figure a way to fix it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He's very out the box thinking.
And you need solicitors like that, accountants like that.
Solicitors are the only thing I could do with help with.
Right.
I can't find a good, quick solicitor anywhere.
Well, good and quick don't go together.
No.
That's the thing. Like, they don't. With solicitors, they're either good or they're quick.
Okay.
They can be good and quick, but then they're very expensive.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
So you're putting in 30 grand, then you're borrowing the entirety on development finance and bridging loan, but then you're going to refinance.
Yeah.
And the new value you're thinking is somewhere around 600 grand.
Over 686.
Which means that you'll pull out all the money, you'll pay back the bridging company, you'll pay back the development finance, you'll pay back the investor, you'll pay them all their interest, and you'll be left with a free pub.
Oh, yeah.
Well, not even a pub because you'll have converted
There'll be
into...
profit there as well.
Damn. That's incredible. All right. Golden question then is, where the hell are you finding these deals?
Just going out. Like, once I'd seen the pub, so once the pub had come up and the numbers were so incredible, I just started looking for commercial premises.
Yeah.
So I just deliberately went that route. So there's our old childhood doctor surgeries up for sale. I want to buy it.
Yeah.
It's 2 stories, long corridor, loads of rooms off it in a car park. Perfect HMO. Right. So it's already built to be a HMO. It's in the middle of town, one of the best parts of town as well. So I'm just waiting for that because they're struggling to relocate at the minute.
Right.
So I'm on a list waiting for that to.
So
to
you're
be
just
ready.
aggressively going out, viewing stuff, dealing with agents, commercial agents.
Yeah. But actually, I keep sending my brother out. I brought my brother on board, but he doesn't know what I know. But I'm teaching him as we go.
Yeah.
So he does all the viewings now and stuff like that.
You've been training for a year.
Yeah. And I'm dealing with all the paperwork. Bridging is so much paperwork. As you say, they do due diligence. And the last one I bought with the land, that took forever to get across the line. We had to change company structure. We had to do loads of stuff.
Did you ever go to university or anything?
Yeah.
What did you study?
Animal biology.
Biology.
Yeah.
Do you think that the training courses on the academy is better and more detailed and richer in knowledge than the university?
I'll tell you something which is going to blow your mind because it blew my mind at the time. I'm paid a lot of money to go to university. I got pulled aside by one of the teachers and told that I was asking too many questions. I said, I'm paying you to ask questions.
Did they? They said that?
Yeah, I was upset. I was a bit taken back. I was like, what's the point then?
How much did you pay to go to uni?
It's about 9.5, wasn't it?
Per term or per year?
Per year.
How many years did you go?
3.
So you spent about 30 grand and you were told after paying 30 grand that you're asking too many questions.
Yeah.
But then on the academy, not only is the content so rich and everyone that's been to university says, this is so much better.
Yeah.
In terms of the detail and everything. But also you can book unlimited mentoring. And we say to you, Narelle, we're like, book as many as you want. Keep booking them, keep asking questions. How has it been on the academy? How have you found the learning element of it?
Absolutely incredible. So all the trainings, I did all my training like bam, 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 one a month. Like I just got them all done. And I was gutted when I'd finished.
Yeah.
Because I was away from the environment. But I've asked if I can crew now because I want to come back because I get to refresh on the knowledge, but I also get to help others like with their journey now as they start.
Yeah.
But it's incredible. I wouldn't be anywhere near where I am if it wasn't for the academy. Like I needed that.
Well, it's not just the information either, it's the people.
Yeah, it is. It's everyone, the whole team. Even the people crewing, they're all old academy members and things like that. It's just insane. And the knowledge, as you say, you said a key couple of things that have stuck with me and I held on to them. So like your net worth is...
Your net worth.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah, that. But also you explained how it's calculated.
Oh.
Your net worth.
Because it's not actually your net worth.
No.
Your net worth is your net worth is true.
It's true.
But that's not how you calculate it.
No.
Right.
So as soon as you said that, I was focusing on the essay. I just needed to get my cash flow going, so I was covering myself and my daughter.
I was going to ask you that. You've got a load of houses and you bought a pub and a hotel and all that.
Yeah.
Where's your actual money coming from now?
The essays. I went straight for essays. I didn't bother with deal selling straight off the bat. I just went for the essays because it was consistent cash.
Right.
Quick cash, but consistent cash.
How many SAs do you have?
4.
So you got 4 serviced accommodation units.
Yeah.
Apartments or houses?
Apartments.
How did you fund them?
JVs. I got 4 JVs who are all now like good friends of mine. And
Wow.
yeah.
Are they happy? Are they?
Yeah.
Because they're making money.
Yeah.
How much do the 4 properties make?
On average, about £1,000, £1,500 a month each.
So about sort of 5-6 grand.
Yeah. But they get, so I give my investors 75% until they get their initial investment back out.
Yeah.
So I'm only getting 25% initially.
Right.
For doing all the work.
Yeah.
But again, I've hired someone on my SA business now. So she does my cash flow. She does all my.
Right. But if you're not putting any money in, who cares?
Yeah, exactly.
So how much have you paid them off now?
Not quite.
Almost.
No, yeah, because it was all the beginning of this year, wasn't it? So it was about 8 to 10 months, give or take.
Yeah.
We're nearly there.
So that's kind of like replaced your lorry driving income, so to speak.
I didn't need that much and a bit more. I've been living a different life because of it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I've got a bit more. My kid gets whatever she wants now. I've got to stop doing that, but because it is changing. but yeah, because I got more money, I wanted to spoil her. And now
and you're just playing real life Monopoly.
Yeah.
Buying pubs, hotels, houses. It's crazy.
Don't stop when you pass go. Do you mean?
So what would you tell somebody that was in your situation a year and a half ago? What would you say to somebody that had no money, bad credit, was working their ass off, or even worse, unemployed, and had a kid and wanted to have this dream life of buying hotels and pubs and houses and the financial freedom? What advice would you give them?
Just join the academy. There's nothing else you can do. Like, if you haven't got the money, which you probably won't because you're unemployed like me, just find it.
Wow.
Beg, borrow, and steal. Get the money. Like, just get the money. Come to the academy. You come to the £1 crash course.
Yes.
You might meet someone there. You can get the money off. Give them a fixed return. That's what I'd say. But you've got to have the confidence in yourself.
Yeah.
I always knew I wanted to be in business. I always knew I didn't want to work for someone else and make them rich. One of the lorry company I worked for, they used to announce their profits. We're all getting 11 quid an hour. It used to drive me mad. So I've always been of that mindset. I think you need the right mindset and then go to the academy.
Yeah. I definitely think coming to a £1 crash course is a good start.
Yeah.
It all starts at the crash course.
Yeah.
I'll leave a link in the description and people can book on for £1. I'll leave your Instagram and stuff as well.
Yeah.
People want to reach out to you. I just want to say I'm really proud of you.
Thank you.
And keep up the good work and happy birthday.
Thank you very much. I'll keep you posted on the hotel.
Do it. Well done.